Oregon has an emerald ash borer problem, an invasive beetle that kills ash trees. And one of the most effective ways to get rid of them involves fire and generates lots of smoke pollution. So that's why officials are so excited about a device that helps get rid of the invasive beetle and captures most of the smoke and pollution from the burning. That's today's Good Energy.
Because this insect has the potential to go through 95% of our ash trees within as little as 10 years.
Wyatt Williams from the Oregon Department of Forestry has been cataloging the invasive emerald ash borer since its arrival in Washington County last year. Native to Asia, the pest was first discovered in Michigan 20 years ago, and the Great Lakes state has since lost an estimated 40 million ash trees. One solution to dealing with the emerald ash borer? Burn them. But that creates a problem of its own: smoke emissions. That's why several state agencies have partnered to test a device called an air curtain incinerator, which they hope will capture the smoke from a burn pile.
The air curtain incinerator does a couple things. It gets rid of the woody material in a safe, environmentally way quickly, and it also destroys the emerald ash borer.
That is the sound of an air curtain incinerator. Actually, that's the sound of an intake fan on the incinerator, which is processing the exhaust so that the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality can test the emissions of a burning pile of wood, which you can see here.
The intention is to capture most of the emissions in the hood, so that way we can quantify them using EPA source test methods.
What you don't see is just as important.
Compared to open burning, it's pretty obvious that this is, much less smoke, much less smell, and we're trying to get more emissions data so that way we have site-specific for these units.
DEQ hopes their first-of-its-kind emissions test for air curtain incinerators provides the necessary data to help other states reliably and safely dispose of infected wood. And once that wood is burned...
Further, the product that we were getting from it, the biochar, has a lot of interest for us in terms of water quality, water filtration, and also soil carbon.
Clean Water Services of Washington County operates 4 wastewater treatment facilities that empty into the Tualatin River, a watershed lined with ash trees. They want to recycle the charred wood waste into creekside beds, enhancing water quality throughout the basin.
And we anticipate that this might be a really effective way to deal with a lot of that wood waste.
Air curtain incinerators are not new technology, but the emissions testing is new. And when DEQ gets the results back later this month, the expectation is that the data will allow states across the U.S. to have more effective permitting. The hope is that all communities that rely on open burning could actually clear debris and use air curtain incinerators to reduce smoke pollution. And that's a win for air quality everywhere. Chris McGinnis, KGW News.